that's a wrap. So phase one, the pre-wire of our second project here in New Braunfels is done. 7,000 square foot home, give or take a few. And here's what we did. So we wired for 5 Wi-Fi access points. We wired for a lot of cameras. We wired for speakers, both outside and indoors. We ran coax and Cat6 cables to every room, networking. We ran alarm system wire to every window and door, so they're all hardwired. We ran a cellular backup line, have it ready upstairs. Man, we did a lot. We did a lot of wiring. We have a safe room that's in this side of the house on the lower part. This safe room holds the networking, it holds the coax TV, it holds the modem, the switches, it holds the security alarm, it holds the security cameras. So basically, if the lines are cut outside, then we're still going to have internet access inside. We're still going to have the cameras recording inside, and we're still going to have the alarm working. So the client will be able to still make calls out, call the police, and still be recording everything that is happening, even if the lines outside are cut. So it's a pretty cool project. That's the one that's down here. It's going to be in its own safe room. Now upstairs, we have another room, and it's the media room. That media room is getting a full 7.4.2 Dolby Atmos surround sound, and it's going to kick ass. So basically upstairs, it's a soundproofed room. We have 7 speakers around. We have 4 speakers on top for the height, and then we have 2 stereo subwoofers on the bottom. And it's going to be a badass system, a JVC HD 4K projector, about 130-inch or so screen, backlit with some serious cool colors. And we're going to take you up there and take a look at that also. So we're going to start one by one, showing you all the points that we went ahead and wired. So let's go. All right, so down here we are in the master bedroom closet area. This is a safe room. It's a small room that's going to hold all of his security and modem and switches and networking. And you can see that on the on-cue panel, we have all the cables already here. Bring them in from the top, as you can see. Now, there's different colors, so just to kind of give you a quick rundown, I like to use green Cat6 cable for all the networking. The white cable is the coax. The red Cat5E is for the security camera systems. The 2-conductor red cable is for the alarm sensors. And then we've got some miscellaneous blue Cat5 in there as well, and that is for like the doorbells and thermostats. So I'm a little OCD about the colors, and makes it easier to come back later on and find out what color goes where. If you're at the other end and you're wondering, hey, what is this cable? Where does it go? Well, at least you know that it's a green cable, it's a network, or if it's a red cable, it's a security camera. Makes it easier for us to come back and handle the customer, or have the customer hire somebody else at some other point if we're not available, and they can easily trace it back. So this is the first safe room. Now if we walk out, what we have up here at the top, we wired for 1 access point. We also wired for doorbell. And this is entrance to the master bedroom. In the master bedroom, we've got wired here on the wall a coax and a Cat6. This is for the TV. They're going to have a TV up here. They're going to be internet-only customers, so they're not going to rely on a DVD player or a cable box. We also wired up in the ceiling for a speaker. See the 2 speaker wires, one there and one there. So they'll have speakers in here. If we move over into the master bath, we're going to look up, and we're also going to see some speakers in here. There's a speaker wire right there, and here's the other one. So there'll be 2 speakers up there at the top, right? So let's ruck back out, and let's go into the living room. Well, actually, let's take a quick detour here to the front door. So here at the front door, we've wired for security on the door. Let's kind of step outside here. Nice. So on the front porch, we've wired for speakers. And the speakers here are these little speaker frames. We pre-install them before the slat ceiling goes up, and it keeps the speakers perfectly aligned with the lights. It's just my OCD again. I gotta have everything in line. Up over here we have a security camera. That's why it's red. We come down here for the doorbell, and we have network cable because it's going to be a network doorbell. These back doors, we don't know what kind of doors they're going to have at the moment, but we did pre-wire for sensors, and we'll put them on at the time. Come to the back porch. This back porch here is kind of broken into 3 sections. Left, right, and then an off-centered barbecue area. So here we're at the left side, and if we look up, there's a speaker rings, right, for speakers up over here. And again, you'll see that the speaker rings are lined up with the can lights. And then we'll walk over here to the other side, and it's exactly the same thing. We've got 2 speakers lined up with the can lights. And if we go into the barbecue area, we will have 2 speakers up there, also lined up with the can lights. And if we come back, we'll notice that there is a security camera for the back and a security camera for the porch right there. And that takes care of the outside. We walk in over here to the living room. We're going to see that there is a Cat 6 for network and an HDMI and a coax above the fireplace. Right, there's going to be a TV up there along with a sound bar, and it is wired for it. But we also ran a conduit. See that orange conduit? It comes up over here, comes down there, and we've also ran another Cat 6 and coax here along with the HDMI that goes to the TV on top in case they want to put shelves here and have some equipment here later on. At least they've got this possibility open. And in addition to that, we ran a conduit where we can fish some lines in here at a later point without tearing into the ceiling or the walls. And then in the back of the room, up in the ceiling, we have speaker wire there and there. And that is in line with the lights. And that's going to give the client some ambience when it ends there. And if you see our cables, see up there? These are all the cables. Again, nice and neat and tacked up. They come over here to this side of the house where they split into 2 directions. One to that side of the house, one to this side of the house. And that green cable on this corner is going to be for an access point for Wi-Fi. And that is a Cat 6 cable. And he's watching movies. That's the kitchen over here. So when we go to the kitchen, we have speaker line there and a speaker line there. So basically what we did here is we kept the speaker lines in line with the can lights, right? With the can lights. But let's walk this way, and you'll see that the speaker wires also go along this track. It's 1, 2 speakers perfectly centered in line with the can lights above the kitchen island, but you can follow the wire to this side over here where there are an additional 1 and 2 speakers on the outside of these 2 can lights, and these are for the breakfast nook area right here. So they've got sound while they're making breakfast and sound while they're eating breakfast. Backside door, we wired for security. And then let's go to the first floor spare bedroom. This bedroom gets coax, and a Cat 6 line for TV. Windows are connected to the alarm system. There are no speakers in here. And we walk around to the corner here, and this is the garage. So as we walk out here in the garage, let's turn back, and the door is prepped for an alarm, but they haven't decided on a door yet. So swinging back into this 3-car garage, we ran a network cable up in the ceiling, dead center, and this is going to be for a Wi-Fi access point. We've also wired over here these 3 windows. There's going to be a 65-inch TV here, here, and here. 3 65-inch TVs, and that's what the blocks are for with power. And then these 2 blocks in between are going to hold 2 SONOS Play 5 speakers for music. So they will have internet, 3 TVs, and 2 Sonos speakers in the garage. This garage is going to jam. Now, we've also connected in a security camera system. Right there, you'll see the wire coming out. And then on the other side, which is another garage, we've also connected or ran a wire for another security camera. These 2 cameras are going to crisscross and cover both sides as well as the entire part of this garage. There is also another security camera on the exterior up here. Yep, that's the back side. Looking at the back, there's going to be a pool over here. There isn't a pool now, but there will be, and this camera is going to always be checking those out. Now, you notice down here, there's a green and a white cable. So the white cable is speaker wire for landscaping speakers, and then the green wire is for networking. So we'll eventually put a access point out there to give the client Wi-Fi coverage out there. That's real important when you're controlling your music from your phone and everybody is out at the pool. Well, if you have no Wi-Fi, you can't control your music. So we always run an access point for Wi-Fi out in the backyard. Okay, so up here in this first room, this is an office. And we have the windows covered with sensors. We have a coax and a Cat 6 for networking and TV. We also have speakers, 1 and 2, and an access point for Wi-Fi. So he's pretty covered here. If we look over to the left, you'll see this other little room. We wired for speakers in here, 1, 2, as well as for TV with a network and a coax cable. And this room is just kind of a playroom, a fun room. All right, let's walk back out. Let's walk down this hall, and you'll notice that there are speakers there and there, as well as the doorbell there. We have in one of the bedrooms up here, no speakers, but we do have the windows covered with sensors. And the next bedroom here, also no speakers, but the windows are covered. Now here is the cool stuff. So, see this hall right here? Home theater is in that room. And what we did is, on this wall, we wired for 3 of our awesome digital movie poster and digital movie trailer boards. That way, when the client is walking in, along with his buddies, and they're going to enjoy a movie, they're going to be walking by and greeted by 3 of the world's most awesome theater accessories made by us. When we walk into the home theater room, you'll notice that the theater room is soundproofed. That's what all this great stuff is. It's just soundproofing. So let me walk to the back and explain to you what's going on in here. So in here we've wired for speaker and sub, speaker, speaker and sub. And these are going to be floor standing speakers. There's going to be a 130-inch screen approximately, maybe larger if we can fit it, up here in the front. That power outlet is going to power the LEDs around the screen. Really nice halo effect of colors. Pretty neat. If we move over to the side rear, we get side rear speakers and rear back speakers. And the wires go up, traced nice and neat, where they meet the other side's rear back and rear side speaker. The projector is going to sit back here, and it has a fiber optic HDMI along with a Cat6 cable or Cat5 cable for control. All those wires come down here. You'll see them. And we've also run 2 additional conduits. These conduits are for expansion. If the customer wants to add anything later to this room, we can pull wire through there. Those cables end up down here in this little cubby. See that? This little cubby is going to have a false door. You open the door, and inside it's going to be all the equipment on a rack and some shelves. So all of the SONOS amplifiers, which are driving all of the house speakers, are going to be on shelves back here. And all of the stereo equipment that's powering this home theater room is going to be in a rack over here. And all the wires are right there. The white is all house speakers here. And this side is all theater speakers, along with some networking for the poster boards. Pretty neat. You also see that there are speakers up here at the top, the ceiling. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these are Dolby Atmos height speakers. So not only does the customer have surround sound enveloping him, but he also has sound coming from above him as well. It's gonna kick ass. The room has riser. It's got a riser here for theater style seats. So he's going to have a set of theater seats up here and then step down to another set of theater seats here. So it's 2 rows of theater seats on a riser, and they're going to be backlit with some nice colored LEDs and really nice theater seats. So this room is it's just going to kick ass. I don't know what else to say about this, but the equipment that we're putting in here, which is a mix of Denon and Klipsch speakers along with the JVC projector that's going to be up here. Wow, it's really going to kick ass. So what else do we have here? Man, I guess that's it. I think we've done a nice little walkthrough of the area, and I think it's safe to call it quits now. So stay tuned, keep watching us, and we'll start posting more videos of other projects as well as of this project moving forward with installing the equipment. So now we're going to walk upstairs. And I'm going to start that over. Just to give you a quick rundown before I take you around and give you a tour of the wiring. The quick rundown of what we are wiring. All right.